Hi! Hi, folks. Well, the head of the floating circus with those clowns and minions, known as Sea Shepherd, he's recently come out with some writing on his faceless book page. That's what he did, kids. Watson the Horrible. And this time Watson the Horrible wrote, comparing the activity that takes place in the Faroe Islands in reference to the whales, and Taiji, Japan, in reference to the dolphins. He said it was exactly the same as what took place in 2 Nazi concentration camps. That's what he did. What he did was insult and minimize the memory of that horror that took place by the Nazis against the majority of the 6 million who happened to be Jewish. He used it to exploit. He exploited the Holocaust to resurrect or to raise up emotions among his supporters, among his minions. He's a despicable, horrible man. If you'd like to make a Nazi comparison, how about this one? Hitler wrote Mein Kampf. Watson the Horrible wrote Earthforce. See? It's easy to make comparisons. So, we have to look at this further. He gets a lot of money support from the people in Hollywood, many of whom are of Jewish heritage. How are they going to take this insult to the Holocaust victims? You see, folks, I grew up in Brooklyn in the 1950s, and there were a lot of survivors of the Holocaust I came across in the early 1950s and mid-1950s. I saw the tattoos on their arms. I listened to their stories. I understand what took place there. No, I was not related, nor do I know firsthand. But I do know this. When Watson the Horrible makes such a comparison, he minimizes the atrocity against mankind that took place solely to get support from his minions. And his minions do support him on this. If you read the comments left by them, boycott Japan! Even though they use Japanese cameras, Japanese cars they rent, Japanese computers. Most of those comments, when they mention a nation, they're evil towards the nation of Japan because they hate Japan, pure and simple. Curiously, 3 minions left comments rather critical of Watson's commentary there, but all 3 were written within 10 minutes of each other and exactly the same verbiage. A message to Watson the Horrible: when you instruct your minions to write such comments, please tell them to reword them so it doesn't stand out. It's not glaring that they were led by the organization. Later on, Watson then writes something defending what he wrote. I don't regret what I wrote. He's not removing it. Yeah, he's Watson the Horrible, so says he. Yeah. And if you look, 40 people approved it. That's a lot of people approving such a comment. We have to understand this, you good folks out there. Watson the Horrible, his minions, his supporters, they're all the same. We cannot dismiss his minions and supporters as being victimized or exploited or not known, because they do know. Read the comments. They do know about his book. They do support his evil activities. These are all disgusting, pathetic, evil people. That's them, kids. And they should be shunned whenever possible. Alright. Oops, we didn't do that in the Pharaohs now, did we? We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. God bless the people of the Faroe Islands and Taiji, Japan. And to those people who have relatives that were victimized in the Holocaust, please do not allow this pathetic, horrible person to upset you, because he is a pathetic and horrible person. See ya!
Ha 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 ha!